morning class. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the next point in our sixth chapter, that is dynamically changing the menu, validating menu selection and the floating menu. Before going to start our today's lecture, first of all recall the previous lecture's point. In previous lecture we discussed the point that is menu. What is meant by menu? Menu is an element represents a group of commands that a user can perform or activate. And menu may contain multiple choices to select. And user can choose one or more menu at a time depending on the type of menu. How to create a pull down menu we discussed in a previous lecture. What is meant by pull down menu? A web page is a collection of multiple web pages. So there should be a proper navigation to visit these pages, and the menu is used to navigate through the website, and menu contain the various items which perform related operations such as opening a new web page, displaying the other related information, etc. And there are various types of menus are available such as pull down menu, floating menu, chain menu, tab menu, sliding menu, pop-up menu, scrollable menu, etc. And pull down menu can be created by using selected tab of the HTML, and the option tag is used to define the options of the pull down menu, and the option tag written inside the select tag. This point and related to that point we discussed the example related to that point. Next point we discussed in previous lecture, that is chain select menu. The chain select menu is a type of dynamic menu in which there are more than one select menu present. Next point we discussed in previous lecture, that is tab menu. The menu contains one or more tab like a button, and each tab contains the separate content to display. This is called as a tab menu. Pop-up menu. Pop-up menu is nothing but a drop-down menu. The drop-down menu display the sub-menu on a mouse over is known as a pop-up menu, and it contains the sub-menu which will display or pop up below the menu in the form of list. Next we discussed in previous lecture, that is sliding menu. Sliding menu is not present on a screen, so that we need to click on a button or some menu icon to display the menu. If we click on a menu icon, then the menu will be slide in the screen to display on a screen. Is called as a sliding menu. Next is a highlighted menu. In highlighted menu can be created by mouse over effect. As a user moves to any menu item, the menu will be highlighted by using special effect such as background color or making the font style as a bold. Next point we discussed, that is folding tree menu. A menu which contains the sub menu and the sub menu contains the sub menu, then the hierarchy like tree of menu is created, so it is called as a folding tree menu. Next up menu we discussed in a previous lecture, that is context menu. If we click a right button of mouse, then the context menu will be displayed on a web page or any space. Is called as a context menu, and the position of that is depend on the location where the mouse is clicked. Next is a scrollable menu. The menu in which items can be scrolled to display the limited items on a screen is called as a scrollable menu. Next menu is a sidebar menu, which is the last menu in previous lecture. In sidebar menu, the sub menu of a menu item will be displayed on a right side of the menu, is called as a sidebar menu. And when we click on the menu item, the sub menu item of that menu will be displayed on the right side of the. Let us see today's lecture's point. First of all, we discuss the point that is dynamically changing the menu. What is dynamically changing the menu? Explain with example. or how to create a dynamically changing menu, explain with the example. This is question, and answer for this question is the item of the menu can be changed dynamically depend on any action takes place. There is a two pull down menu. One contains the class name and other contains the subject. Suppose for example there are two pull down menu. One contains the class name and other contains the subject. So on the selection of first menu, the other menu item is changed dynamically. Means the option of the other pull down menu will be changed dynamically. Let us see how to create a dynamically changing menu. This is the code to create the dynamically changing menu. In this code, the form containing the two pull down menus which is defined in the body tag. Let us see, it is defined the two pull down menu in a body tag. Notice that the two options are defined in the department menu. Here the two options are defined that is sales and marketing. Here no options are defined in the employee menu. This is because of the for the employee menu are assigned to the employee menu in the get employee function. Here this is defined in the get employee function. Whenever the visitor selects a department menu, the browser calls the get employee function and passing it a references to the form. Okay, the JavaScript that defines the get employee function, which is defined in the head tag. Let us see, it is defined in a head tag. This get employee function which is defined in a head tag. Here we define the two array above the get employee function. Defined that is sales staff and the marketing staff. Okay, and each array has assigned the names of the employee who work in the corresponding department. Okay, within the get employee function definition, here the get employee function definition, we determine which array for assigning to the employee menu by first assigning the value of the selected option to the department, that is DEPT variable, and next we determine whether a value here DEPT department, and next we determine whether a value has been assigned by comparing the value in the DEPT variable with the empty string, here with the empty string. If a value appears, suppose the value appears, we determine whether the visitor selected the sales or marketing department. If user selected the sales department, that is first department or first option, the employees list is cleared out and the appropriate array of the employee name is then assigned to the employee menu by creating a new option and passing it the value of an array element, and these options are then displayed the next time the visitor pull down the employee menu. Let us see the output of this program. This is the whole program. Let us see output of this program. This is the output of our given program. Here we create two pull down menu, that is department, and here in this department we assign the two values, that is sales and marketing. And here suppose you click onto the sales department, the employees of the sales means the list of the sales department will be displayed. Suppose you click onto the marketing department, the marketing employee list will be displayed in a pull down menu. Okay, here we create the two buttons, that is submit and reset. Suppose you click onto the submit button, it submits the list. Suppose you click onto the reset button, it resets the list. Next point is a validating menu selection. What is validating menu selection? Explain with example. Or how to validate the menu selection? Explain with example. This is the question, and answer for this question is, while filling the information, user can forget to select an option in a menu. And it's in such cases, the incomplete information should be sent to the server. And to make field compulsory to fill, we use the validation. We can validate the menu selection by using the JavaScript, and JavaScript used to client-side validation. And we can check the input is correct or not. If the input is incorrect, then the error message can be generated and the display on a screen, means displayed to the screen. By using JavaScript, the user gets prompt to fill the proper information. Let us see code related to that point, that is code to validate the menu selection. This is code to validate the menu selection. In this program, we are validating the menu selection by using a JavaScript. The selected value can be stored in a variable and then it compares with some condition. Here this is compared with some condition to check whether the selection of menu item is proper or not. If the proper option is selected, then the value of that option will be displayed on the screen. Suppose it is corrected, then it is displayed on the screen. And if proper value is not selected or menu item is not selected, then the alert message, that is please select the subject, will be displayed on a screen. This is the simple program to validating the menu. Here we create the select means option list by using the select element with option tag. Let us see the output of this program. This is the output of our given program. In this program, if the proper option is selected, suppose I am clicking onto the option list and click onto the C option and click onto the submit button. You selected C is displayed on a screen, means the proper message is displayed on a screen. Suppose I am not selecting any option from the list and click onto the submit, then alert message, that is please select the subject, is displayed on a screen. Displayed on a screen. Next point is the floating menu. What is floating menu? When a user scrolls the web page, sometimes we need a menu to stick to the screen for particular operation. The menu which is fixed while scrolling the web page is known as a floating menu. And for this, a floating menu can be created by setting the style position of that menu fixed. Means style is equal to position fixed. This setting will be changed while creating a floating menu. This is all about our today's lecture's point. In this lecture, we discuss the point that is floating menu, validating menu, and dynamically changing a menu. Thank you.